You're gonna figure it out in your dreams. Good night, Owen Theo.
I got a really weird haircut, you guys. I can't show you. It's really weird. I look like Hey Arnold. Wait, is Hey Arnold the one with the... No, Hey Arnold is the one with the football head. I look like Square Eddie. Is that a character? Jared's coming in for a quick second to drop off my guilty pleasure. A Coca-Cola. Okay, sorry guys. I like a Coke. Sue me. Oh my God, and with the straw? What? You spoil me. What? It is so ding delish. I'm very sorry. I know everyone's judging me. It's really unhealthy for you. I don't promote it. You don't see me doing ads for it. Cut to an ad. Cut to an In Your Dreams exclusive ad. Hey guys, it's Owen Thiel here. Coca-Cola is amazing. It's one of my favorites. Yes, sure, there's tons of sugar. Sure, of course, artificial coloring and... Coloring? Is there artificial coloring? Artificial coloring and taste. But that's what makes it fabulous. So, woo! Drink up, bitches. No. Obviously, the corporation of Coke is just horrible. Okay, it's... don't drink it. It's so good with the French fry. Yum. I'm diving in with the French fry. Fuck. I'm sorry, the sweet and the fucking salty. Yum. Sorry, that's why they make salted caramel. Sorry, salted caramel was invented because of the sweet and the salty. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm here with a horrific haircut that I will not be showing you. And I'm here to talk about a few things. I'm back alone in the studio. We cut. I'm fully naked like this in the same position. Would you guys scream or would you guys be excited? Don't answer that. I am back with horrifying news. TikTok leaves us tomorrow. Oh my God. I think when this episode comes out, it'll have been a week without TikTok. As you guys all know, my loyal followers, my 20 loyal followers. No, I'm joking. We're growing, Owen. We're growing. We're almost at 10K Instagram followers. Meanwhile, Hallie Batchelder, Extra Dirty has about 30,000. So, no shade, no hate, just jealousy, pure jealousy. I love her. I think she's wonderful and so funny. And so I wish her all the best. And she's might come on the show. Who knows? TikTok's leaving us. I don't know what I'll do without it. Here's the deal. So I posted a TikTok about 2 years ago. Mega viral. What? I was going to be famous off TikTok. I was going to be a fucking TikTok influencer. I was the next big thing. There was fibula and then there was Oula. Owenla. Obviously, that didn't happen. I tried. I got like 3 million likes on one TikTok. Actually, it was like 2.2 million. But still, 2.2 million, that's a lot for a talking video. It was just me talking to the camera for a minute. That's a lot, you guys. Like, I'm sorry. That's crazy. So anyways, when that happened, I was like, what? I love TikTok. Obviously, I loved it before, but then I really started to love it. People started noticing me. One person came up to me at the mall and said, wait, I loved your TikToks. I was like, what? I've made one, but you've seen it because a lot of people have. And then what happened was I started to not get any views. My views started plummeting. And so TikTok became less important to me. But then I became a voyeur. First of all, I just learned what this meant. I mean, I knew what a voyeur was. People are voyeurs sexually. Which, by the way, I'm learning about myself. I might be a voyeur sexually. I might want to watch sex and not be involved in any way, shape, or form. I guess you're just watching porn at that point, but live action. Whoa! That's crazy. I don't know if I could do that, actually. That sounds like a lot of energy. Not from you, because you're the voyeur, but you're just watching two people have sex and expend so much energy on something that ultimately is fleeting. I'm just like, I don't know. There's something... Sex is overrated. Until you have good sex. Wow, then it's friggin' underrated. By the way, I just want to do a little side note. Jared, you do amazing. I'm not. It's It's underrated with you, baby. It's underrated. So anyways, then I became a voyeur on TikTok. My favorite fucking thing in the world. Literally fly under the radar. No one knows I'm there. It's almost like a Finsta, but it's actually my account, but no one cares because no one knows who I am on TikTok. So, woo! So I can like things. I can comment on things. I'm just like, wow. I was soaking it all in. I was just soaking it all in for what it is supposed to be. I just felt like I was the ideal TikTok user. Anonymous, a great algorithm. I really sat with it. Then recently I posted a video of Emma Chamberlain. I posted a video of us doing a little dance to Sabrina Carpenter's A Boy Who's Jacked and Kind. And then I'm supposed to pick her up. You know that trend? Well, I couldn't pick her up. Obviously, she's a caterpillar in terms of weight. So tiny. She's very tiny. I am too weak. I could not get her on my shoulders. Nope. And she didn't jump. For a cheerleader to not jump when you have to lift someone, that's a crime, Emma Chamberlain. I'm coming for you, girl. Anyways, Sabrina reposted. What? Suddenly we have 1.3 million likes 3 days before we're fucking deleting TikTok. 3 days before the TikTok ban. I'm like, wait, I'm going viral 3 days before the TikTok ban? Of course. Of course this would happen to me. My fucking fate. Look at me. I'm almost there. And then they shut down the whole app. How dare you? I am praying that somebody figures out a way for TikTok to stay. I don't know how I will survive. Let's make shirts that say survive. I don't know how I will survive. I'm serious. I watch it day in, day out, night in, night out. I watch it every second of every day, and it's an addiction. And Jared would like it to go, obviously, because he's sick of waking up to the sounds of TikTok and going to sleep to the sounds of TikTok. I find it comforting. It's a lullaby. It's like melatonin. I can see how it's frustrating to him. He is doing actual work while he has to listen to these sounds over and over. And I like to watch a video minimum 10 times. Maximum 28. I will stare at a video. By the way, I have 10 million views on my video of me and Emma. It has nothing to do with me, by the way. Guys, if you look at the comments, it's all like, Emma Chamberlain? Question mark? What's Emma Chamberlain doing here? What the hell? It's like, okay, we get it. Okay. But I have 10 million views. I'm probably 1 million of them because I have watched it so many times. I like to look at my work. Sorry. I asked Kaya Gerber when she was on the pod, I said, do you ever stare at your magazine covers? She said, no, that's not normal. I thought to myself, wow, I'm not normal. I've never been on a magazine cover, but if I was, oh, wow, would I stare at it? Oh my God. I would have it in the car. I would have it probably on the ceiling like they do with the mirrors when you're a really sexual person and you want to see yourself having sex. Hot, by the way. Someone invite me to their house with a mirror on the bed. But I would have it everywhere. Let's manifest together. Let's manifest that for me. And if you guys have that dream too, I'll manifest it with you guys as well for you. Just send me your names, DM me your names, and I'll be sure to do a manifestation circle. So you guys, I don't know if you can hear in my voice, but I've been sick. I've been like deeply, deeply ill. I had a little tickle in my throat 2 days after New Year's. I was like, spaghetti-o. I am not well. Some friends and I went up into the mountains for New Year's, which was so much fun. And I finally had a fun New Year's. To finally have a fun New Year's and to ring in the new year with people you love and with views and fun and light and love and happiness and joy, and not a random horrible LA party that you're like begging to leave and everyone's counting down 10, 9, 8, and you're looking around being like, I hate you. I hope I don't see you next year. Oh God, if I have to talk to you next year, I think my year will be ruined. Like, that's the kind of party I have ended up at every single year. And so finally, some friends, Jared and I, went away, and it was just like a breath of fresh air. And then, of course, this year has been terrifying, off to a terrifying start. But let's go back. Let's go back to when we were happy. 2 days after New Year's, I was like, my throat tickled. And I was like, what is that feeling? Hey, Hey, you up there? What's that? And God obviously answered me directly, texted me right back. No, it went away. It went away. The feeling went away. So I was like, great. 5 days after that, I'm like, something's in my throat that won't come out. I'm like, ooh, maybe I had sushi last night. Could be rice. I obviously go to urgent care because I'm like, I have rice stuck in my throat. There's a piece of rice in my throat that has lodged itself in between my larynx. I'm like, you guys, get a fucking tool down there and pick that shit out with tweezers if you have to. I'll be a fucking wake. I don't care. Get that rice out. They look down my throat. They're like, not one piece of rice. It's inflamed though. Your throat's inflamed. I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, could be sickness coming on. You'll be fine. Take some emergency. 2 days later, I have 104 fever and I'm hospitalized. I'm like catatonic. I'm like, what the fuck? My organs are shutting down. I feel them. I'm like, the rice, by the way, guys, still there at this point. Rice still there. But 104 fever. They're like, Owen, you need to get on Tamiflu. So 1% of people who take Tamiflu, 1% get really, really, really bad side effects from Tamiflu. People, unfortunately, could have seizures. People could have really bad night sweats. People, all of the list. Like when, those infomercials, the commercials for drugs that you hear, and it's like, this drug could result in heart attack, death, and unfortunately, your mom not speaking to you anymore after you do something weird. Like things like that at the end of the commercial. So something in my brain, it was deeply affected by this drug. And I completely disassociated in the scariest way. I didn't know where I was. It could have also been the fever, the 104 fever. I completely disassociated. I didn't know where I was. I was looking around being like, I'm in a video game. My friend was like, yep, that's depersonalization. Yep, it happens when you're super anxious or depressed. But it stopped for now. But anyways, I didn't know where I was. Everything felt like a video game. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but I literally was looking at this beautiful nature. We ended up going to San Diego to escape the horrifying air quality here because of the fires. So we went up to San Diego. So we were staying in a hotel, and I opened the curtains of this hotel and looked outside at the most scenic, beautiful view. It was stunning. You could see the ocean perfectly. The air was completely clear. The blue skies, no cloud in sight. It was just gorgeous. And I was like, I am in Sims. Someone help me out of this Sims. Like literally trying to punch the air. I was going crazy. And it was really scary because I knew it wasn't me. I was in my right mind enough to be like, that's not what I think usually. I would just probably take my phone out and take a pic, not try to punch the air and get to the other side of the video game. Like there was somebody controlling my life. I just went so global, and it was an anxiety attack. I think I had an anxiety attack, but put on by this drug. Anyways, I ended up back in the hospital. They flushed me of this drug from my body. They gave me fluids to wash it out. And I woke up and I was literally like, yum, I'm back. Woo, can't wait. Anyways, it was a very, very, very scary experience. And I feel the worst for Jared, who is sitting there in bed with the highest of fevers, because of course I gave it to him. And he was dealing with me talking like I was in Sims. That's traumatizing. That will traumatize a person. And I think he hasn't bounced back since. I don't think he ever will. So let's all just do a prayer for Jared. Super, super sad. Yeah, he'll never be the same. No, I'm joking. Okay, so where did I leave you guys? The last episode was, Devin and Cindy. Okay, but let's go back a little. Holidays. I decided to have a holiday party. I know we're in January and you don't really want to hear about the holidays, but I need to tell you this because it is so funny. I had a holiday party. I called it Christmas is Coming. CUMMING. Oh no, what? I'm on that Sabrina Carpenter shit. Of course, copying her. Yes. Okay, anyways, Christmas is coming. And I sent it out to my closest friends, thinking that all of them would come. I hired a bartender in my tiny little apartment. The bartender was like, and where should I go? Where do you want me in this? I was like, the bedroom is best. Like, where would I put him on the porch. Anyways, I hired a bartender thinking that all of my closest friends, by the way, I texted like 20 of my closest friends, okay? And all of them said, yes, coming. So I thought, oh my God, this is going to be like, if 5 of them bring a +1, we'll have 30 people in the house. Perfect amount of people for a little like get together, little holiday hang. So 5 minutes before the party, I get texts. I'm not going to say who, saying they can't make it. Totally fine. I get it, my love. I live far also. I live fucking far. So like most of my friends who live in West Hollywood don't want to schlep out here. I'm not going to say where I live, but I live far. Guess where? East. Okay. Somebody comes to my door. By the way, come in at this point. Hi, how are you? Come to my party. And no one came. So honestly, come. So anyways, we like the day before we're going to Costco. We're getting all the alcohol. The bartender's like 2 bottles of tequila and 2 bottles of vodka. That's all we need. Trust me. He's like, even if 50 people show up, like no one drinks at these things. I'm like, no. I'm drinking. My friends are fucking drinking. We're going ham. It's the fucking holidays. We've worked our asses off this year. Some of us have worked our asses off this year. The rest of us have just been patiently waiting. And I was like, yeah, this is, we're going to go ham. We're buying tons of alcohol. Bartender comes. He's like, holy shit. I'm like, wait, I have custom drinks. I'm like, I have some custom drinks. I said to the bartender, I want Santa ate my cookie. He's like, what's that? I'm like, obviously it's an espresso martini with a little gingerbread on top. Got them at Costco. The gingerbread are so cute. They go on, they're like little toppers. They're little, they sit on the cup. It was so cute. I wanted Rudolph as a pick-me. He's like, and what's that? I'm like, obviously it's a Negroni. It's red. Rudolph. Do you get it? What's going on with you? Third drink was MILF on the shelf. Instead of Elf on the shelf, it's MILF on the shelf. How funny. He was like, great, what's that one? I'm like, classic Marg. Duh. Don't you know? It's MILFs. MILFs drinks Margs. Margs or regular martinis. But I was thinking like, people can just order a martini. Let's do like a yummy kind of almost holiday with cranberries in it. Marg with a cranberry. Yum. He was like, okay, Owen, well, you have more alcohol than I do for like events, like big events with hundreds of people. So you'll be fine. I'm like, great. So 5 minutes before the party, my dear, best, closest friends canceled. They're like, no, we cannot make it. So I do this thing now where I go through my phone book and I start inviting random people. I go, hey, last minute invite. No, this is crazy. Because I'm like, I need to fucking fill the place. I need to get this place packed. I want now the people who said they can't come to fucking regret it. So I start inviting random people. And they're like, hey, I'm far right now. When is this? I'm like, right now. Starts right now. Starts literally right now. If you could come in the next hour, would be great. 30 minutes would be ideal. If you could get here in 10 minutes, I mean, that would just be like, what? You're my nearest and dearest. They're like, hey, I can't make it. I didn't know about this. Sad. You know, they're like, why are you inviting me last minute? And meanwhile, it looks like an official invite. And I'm like, just whip this together. What? Bartender here? Why? I'm like, I don't know how he got in. He randomly found my fucking address and is here and just set up. And we have specialty cocktails. Santa ate my cookie that he made up. I don't know why he did that weird. It was a disaster. Anyways, it was actually fuller than I thought. Not full, but fuller than I thought. And some people who I haven't seen in a long time showed up. And to them, I'm grateful. I'm so lucky to have seen you guys. Sorry, it was under these circumstances where it's very clear you were a last minute invite. Yeah, but I do really appreciate you guys. And now when I have another party, which I won't do ever because I'm scarred, but if I decide to, you'll be at the top of my list because I know you'll be there. I know you don't have plans on a Saturday night. Neither do I usually. So I should be somebody you guys text as well. Anyways, a few days before, I'm like, we need to make this place look fucking Christmassy and cute. So We buy a Christmas tree online, Amazon. Buy it on Amazon. Prime comes in a day. Put it up. I'm like, the Christmas tree looks thin. Jared's like, Owen, can you not body shame the Christmas tree? I'm like, no. Aren't Christmas trees supposed to be wide? He's like, Owen, Christmas trees, they're trees. I'm like, well, this one's fake, so shouldn't it at least look better? I'm sorry, that's like going to a plastic surgeon and asking for fake boobs and then coming out being like, shouldn't these look better? Like, this one's fake. Make it look good. Why does this look so thin? Anyways, we put some ornaments up. We made it look super cute. And there was still something wrong with it. So I was like, it needs width. So Jared found a huge ribbon to put on the very top and drape down gorgeously so that the illusion is that the tree is huge, but really the tree is on Ozempic. The tree is bone fucking thin. And by the way, the tree's still out there. It's like mid-January, you guys. I'm like, this tree won't die. This thin little bitch needs to be put away. You know what's upsetting about holidays? When you put the decorations up and then you live with it and you're like, oh my God, and you're playing Christmas music or whatever kind of music or, and then you're like, oh, okay, now it's time to put it all away. That's when you're like, Santa, I wish you were fucking real, because the elves need to come down here and pack this shit up. And also, store it with you, dude. I don't have closet space. Store it in the North Pole. Pack it up and store it. Like, I will put it together. I'll make it look cute. I don't need Santa to come down and help me decorate because he does not have the best taste. He always gave me shitty gifts, Mom. But I do need him to fucking pack it up, ship it on back to fucking North Pole. I'm saying fucking a lot. During New Year's, we played my new obsession, which I didn't realize I was obsessed with until we played it again. We played hide and go seek. I'm sorry, hide and go seek is not for kids. That shit's scary. If you can find a good hiding place, holy shit, you could be stuck there for hours. People are yelling, Owen, come on out. Guess what? I'm not coming out until you forfeit and you say, you win, Owen. Then I'll come out. But even still, the game shouldn't end there. You should have to find me. It's a scary game, you guys, especially in a house that you've never been in. I understand why horror movies have hide and go seek in them. I get why it starts with like, okay, you hide. 3, that, oh my God, it's ringing through my head. Oh my God, it's eerie where it's like 10, 9, 8, 7. And then suddenly you don't hear them say 6, 5, 4. And you're like, what? Wait, is there a movie called Hide and Go Seek? Is it Hide and Go Seek or Hide and Seek? Oh, my brain. I'm telling you, it's the Tamiflu. I don't know. There's something really special about hide and go seek. I mean, I think it's really scary and dark and weird, especially playing with people who are really good at the fucking game. That is scary. Don't let me fucking find you. And then, oh my God, we were playing and somebody was the seeker and I could hear their footsteps getting closer and closer to me. And suddenly their footsteps stopped and I was like, oh my God, they're here. And for some reason, I screamed at the top of my lungs before they've even found me. By the way, they would have never found me. But I just screamed at the top of my lungs because I was like, who is it? Who is there? And they were like, well, you. I would never have found you. So yeah, Owen, come on. Now we're going to look for people because you're out. You just lost the game. Well, that was very scary. So thank you for putting me out of my misery, I guess. I have to talk about something that's, I think, becoming an epidemic. I don't know if you're friends and you do this, but obviously I keep a list of baby names on my phone. My baby names are, okay, some would say they're strange. I would say that it makes sense. You want your kid to be unique. You want your kid to stand out. And in a sea of apples, literally apples, Gwyneth Paltrow's apple. In a sea of apples, I'm sorry. The names have to be a little weird. You gotta make sure your kid stands out. So, the other day I was with some friends and we were talking about baby names. They love names like Jean. Cute. Really cute. That's the weirdest they go. You know, they like Zoe. I love Zoe. Zoe's one of my best friends. I love that name. They like, Nicole, Natalie, things like that. I like names that are stranger. So I'm going to read you a list of them, and I would love your guys' opinion. Sedora. How cute. Half black kid running around, fucking Gap model. Gap model ass kid, Zodora. That's the cutest name. Ramsey. What? Ramsey, come here. Ramsey. Rams, don't touch that, baby. Okay, sorry, I'm a dad. Ramai. Love it. Ramai. 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 This is my all-time favorite. Quali. Okay. I know what you're thinking. Margaret. No, not Quali as in Margaret Qualley. Even though I do love Jack Antonoff and I do love Margaret. Your love is beautiful. Qualley is spelled Qualley. Beautiful. My kid's name is Kwali. Quali. 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 Qual. What are you touching, baby? Don't eat that. No. That's poisonous. Quali. Taking him to poison control. Could be a him. Could be a her. Doesn't matter. Quali. That's a quality name. Quality name. I like the name Capri with a K. It's very Kardashian coded. Capri. Cat baby. No. If you just shorten it a little, it's so good. Riri. Oh God. Ate chocolate. Oh wait, that's for dogs. Anyways, it is an epidemic. Simple names. Sorry, I think it is. I think we need to go. I think our generation, you guys, if any of you are in my generation, it's mostly my mom's friends watching this. If any of you are in my generation, which you are, I know you're out there. Come on, I see you. I think we need to bring back wacky ass names. Come on. Where are the apples? I love that name. Remember when we made fun of that name as a society? Sorry, it works now. It works, and it's cute as hell. And it's gonna be that's a cute name for an adult too. Apple. I don't know. I'm of the mindset of like, let's go big. Let's not go home. I don't know if I told this story, but recently a lot of my friends have been getting married. It's been really hard to watch because I've been with my boyfriend for 10 years, and most of my friends have been with their partners for 4 or 5, maybe if we're lucky, 6. But they have a ring on their finger. Jared. Yeah, that's a note. So I just went to a wedding recently, and it was a full-fledged disaster. It was the most beautiful dinner. There was like 20 people there. And by the way, this friend of mine is one of my best friends. She's a year younger than me. So it's already a little like, hey, you're getting married. Cool. Yeah, you're so young, but you deserve it. It's already a little bit like that for me. It's a little bit tough just knowing that I've obviously been with Jared for so long. And I was there for the origin of this couple's first, the origin of their love. I was there for their first date. I was there for their first sex. I was there for their first anal. Don't ask me how. She called me on the phone. She goes, "Oh, and we just did anal." She goes, "Here, talk to him." Her husband, now husband. And her husband's like, "Yep. Hey, Owen, we did anal. Here, baby. I don't know why I'm talking to Owen." Like, that's literally what happened. And I was like, "Wow, how was it?" Okay. Anyways, I was at this wedding with her, for her, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm not going to name names, and if I do, please bleep it, Cooper. But it was the most beautiful wedding. It was small and intimate, and there was like 20 people. It was up in Santa Barbara. It was stunning. It was stunning. And I drove up with 2 dear friends of mine and Jared, of course. And it was just like fun. It was like, oh my God, we're doing this. We're celebrating one of our best friends getting married. I'm like, oh my God, I'm at that age, I guess. I'm not, but she's, early to the game. So, okay. Me so jealous. No, I'm not of that age. She's just obviously like weird. Something then bad happens. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I don't have an ID. No, I literally don't have an ID. I've never had an ID. I mean, I've had it, but it goes missing within seconds. I lose everything. the joke in my family is like, let's put a tile inside of Owen's body, like one of those tiles, you know, the tile things that like you can track. They like are always like, they literally want to put a tracker on me. I lose everything, including myself. One time I put my phone down on a random person's car. This is a true story. I put my phone down. I was looking, okay, I couldn't find my car. I was in a huge mall. I couldn't find my car anywhere. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? So I was like, I was defeated at this point, and I put my phone down on a random person's, like the top of a random person's car to tie my shoe. I get back up, I walk away without the phone. And I'm like looking for the fucking thing. I'm looking for the car, and I'm like, oh my God, my phone. So then I'm now going to every single car, and I can't remember where I tied my shoe. So I can't remember where the phone is. I can't remember what the car looked like. I don't have any way to reach it. I'm like, this is hell. Took me about 25 minutes to find the phone. No lie. I finally find the phone, and then I'm like exhausted from finding the fucking phone. So now I have to obviously sit for a little. Then I'm sitting. That, you know what I mean? Then it's like, and then my mom's like, where were you those 25 minutes? I was like, I lost my phone. They're like, Owen, you need a tracker on everything. Anyways, long story short, I never have an ID. I always lose it the second I get it. So the bride looks at us and goes, everyone, we're picking up and we're getting in this beautiful bus. And she points us this bus. It's so cute. It's like an old timey bus. Everyone's supposed to pile on the bus. Everyone's drinking, having fun, and we're going to go to a bar. I look at Jared. I go, I don't have my ID. He goes, Owen, you look 50. You'll be fine. Well, fuck you, Jared. Guess who looks fucking young who got carted at the fucking bar? Me. So then this is where it gets a little dicey. They come up to me. They go, can we see your ID? I go, yeah. I have a picture of it. They said, no, we need a physical card. You can't be in the building. I go, okay, I'm gonna just step outside, but don't say anything to the bride or groom. And the guy goes, okay. So I step outside and I text Jared like, hey, I can't get back in. They won't let me. I'm like, come out here silently. Jared comes out. The bride obviously peeps her head out and is like, what's going on? We're like, no, we're just talking out here, needing some fresh air. Might smoke a joint. Meanwhile, never smoked weed ever before in my life. I'm like, yep, getting high. Just give me a sec. I'm like, Jared, what the fuck do we do? Meanwhile, a guy from the wedding party who's a dear friend of mine as well, who's a little drunk. He's a little aggressive. I'm sorry, he's hot. He comes up and he goes, what's going on? And I, in secret, I think we have each other's backs. I go, I don't have my ID, so I'm not technically allowed in, but we're going to figure it out. Maybe like, I said to him, maybe at some point they'll want to come outside, you know, to like smoke a cigarette or something. And then we'll all be together. And then we can just be like, wait, we're going to leave. Like, whatever. He was like, yeah, totally fine. He goes back in. I see him talking to the manager. I think this can't be good. I peep my head back in and he is screaming at the manager saying the manager is racist for not letting me stay. By the way, to his defense, it is an all-white bar. No one is of color in there. But my love, I don't have my ID. So I'm kind of like, oh shit, do I play the race card and hope to stay? Or do I actually do the right thing and say, no, it's me? I play the race. No, I'm joking. I decide to do the right thing and say, it's me. I don't have my ID. And this guy is still fighting and fighting and fighting. And suddenly now he is asked to leave. So now it's me, the aggressive hot man who I love dearly, and Jared standing on the corner. Another one now is fighting with the manager about asking his friend to leave. They were like, wait, aggressive guy was just fighting a battle that he thought he was just fighting the wrong, but that's not his battle. Let him in. Now everyone's fighting with the bartender. Now the whole wedding party is asked to leave. So now we are all standing on the corner. And the bride has the most amazing attitude. She's smiling ear to ear. She's like, that's okay. That's okay. We'll go to the next bar. That's okay, you guys. That's fine. Owen, she's like, I wish you had your ID, but that's fine. She's like, this is fine. We'll go to the next one. We're in Santa Barbara, by the way. We walked out a place I've been, yeah, I mean, I've been to Santa Barbara, of course, but I've never like, as an adult, like tried to go to a bar in Santa Barbara. So we're now walking down this random street. And we're like, oh, that looks good. I peep my head in. There's one 88-year-old, maybe, he might have been 92, playing pool. So sweet. I think this is a great bar to go into. He turns around. He has tattoos on his face. I'm like, oh, he was just released from prison. He actually might be 30 and just aged rapidly in prison. He's dangerous. We shouldn't go into that bar. I literally was like, guys, it's super fun. And seeing his face. We're gonna not come in here. Don't worry, sir. Don't worry, sir. Keep playing pool and keep your gun down. Like literally, that was the vibe. We're walking down the street. We're like, fuck. I'm like, I have fucked this entire situation. Of course, my best friend's wedding is now ruined because I don't have an ID. So I'm like, you guys, let's just go back to this hotel. We had been at this hotel earlier that day. It was stunning. I was like, let's go back to this hotel. So we get on the bus. We all go back to this hotel. Everyone's smiling ear to ear. The bus driver, who's 88 and counting, but by the way, like a real 88, turns to us and is like, this bus is called EOS. And we go, okay, cool, sir. He goes, EOS owns a nightclub down here. I'm sure I can get you kids in because you bought the bus from us. So I'm sure I could do a little deal. And we go, no, that's okay. I look up EOS. I'm like, EOS nightclub. Yikes. It looks sketchy. It looks like nobody should be here. It's definitely for kids underage. And this is horrifying. I'm like, no, we're not stepping foot in EOS nightclub. Thanks so much, love. The bride goes, let's just see. Let's just see. I go, yeah, of course. Let's see. Meanwhile, I'm literally on Yelp like, huh. By the way, this night has been ruined because of me. So I don't now want to go into EOS and be like, and the bride 4 years later to wake up from a nightmare and be like, Owen didn't have his ID and we ended up at EOS. Why did we go to EOS? This is like the worst night of my life. That was the worst night. You know what I'm saying? I would rather end at a hotel bar where nobody quite remembers what happened. They just think we ended up at this gorgeous hotel where we were drinking in the lobby. Like that's more fun than like, why did we get kicked out and go to EOS? Anyways, I watched this 88-year-old man walk up to the bouncer. And I hear him out of the bus window say, I got a car full of kids in their wedding party. They want to come in. And the bouncer goes, that's fine. They can come in. It's empty. So we're definitely not going in there. It's empty. This really insane nightclub that this driver speaks of, it's an empty venue. He comes back in. I convince the bride to just go back to the hotel. Thank God. We've wasted 30 minutes, obviously, but whatever. We get back to this hotel. We're all kind of seated in different areas. It's just a lovely, lovely bar, right? It's a hotel bar. It's like we can relax. We can get an extra dirty gin martini. Delish. We can sit back near the fire. How delish. I'm looking around. I'm like, where were we before? Who even knows? Because we're here now. Delish. How are you feeling? Great. Me too. Like, that's me. Like, I'm just like, everyone sink in, relax. I do what I think is nice. And I go, drinks on me. Sorry, everyone. Everyone goes, oh, and why? The bride literally goes, why? I go, oh, because, no, just drinks on me for your wedding. I love you so much. She's now forgotten that I forgot my ID. So I'm like, fuck, why did I just say drinks on me? And I'm looking at the prices. Everyone's ordering a gin martini, 2 gin martinis, 3, 5 Negronis. Can I get an Aperol Spritz? Do you have any food? I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm looking at the menu and I'm noticing like $28, $31, $28, $31. Like I'm noticing these prices that are insane for cocktails and I'm counting the people and I'm like, holy shit. 4 people ordering a $30 cocktail. That's upwards of $100. And there's 30 of us. I'm like, oh, I've just paid for the entire wedding party. I'm in hell at this point. The bill comes. I look at Jared and I'm like, split this with me? He's like, okay. We split it. All is fine. The wedding party was saved. And then Jared and I got in an Uber and we came home because we never booked a hotel room, which is another issue that we had. And thank God we didn't book a hotel room because I had to fly the next day and we didn't even realize. I must have realized, I must have been like, yes, we can't stay because I have a flight the next day, so we'll drive back, but we drove with our friend. We planned it horribly. We should have just driven. That was the first wedding other than the one that I ordained. I ordained a wedding. I don't know if you guys were here for that. I ordained a gorgeous wedding that actually her sister. So I ordained this wedding. I did a fine job. I'm sure I ruined some things. I like called the bride's dad short in my speech, which was like funny at the time, but now I'm sure he's looking back being like, what the hell? So it was her sister, the second wedding of the family, whose wedding I ruined. So just to that family, I say, I love you and I'm sorry. And I hope you think of me in a good light in years to come when you see pictures of us sitting on the curb outside of a bar that we got kicked out of because I forgot my ID. Yeah, not the best. Anyways, circling back on names, obviously I've asked her what names she likes, and nobody agrees with me on my names. Nobody seems to think they're appropriate at all. She likes a simple, more classic name, of course. And by the way, she probably will be pregnant first because she got married. Who knows? I could get pregnant. I could get knocked up tomorrow. Okay, Owen. A lot of you guys noticed that I got my first brand deal. Yeah, with Firefox. I got my first fucking brand deal. Yeah. I had a brand deal actually before that went awry. I'm not gonna name names. You can bleep this, Cooper. It was a probiotic, and I made some videos on the toilet, like being like, it hit, the probiotic hit. When that prebiotic hits, and then I posted it, and they were like, you can take this down. We're not gonna pay you for this. This is strange. And that makes sense looking back on the videos. They're not appropriate. So that makes sense. But I got a brand deal with Firefox. I was praying I would get a fucking brand deal. Remember that? Shout out this, shout out that. Shouting out every single brand, hoping they would fucking pay me, and they never did. And I didn't even shout out Firefox, and they paid me. So look at that. It's the year of saying what you want. So let's say what I want. I want, in the year of 2025, I hope you guys all watch this show that I'm on. It's an FX show. It's going to be on Hulu. I hope you guys love it and watch it and binge it and eat it up and like my character, even though I'm pretty hard to like. No, I'm joking. No, I hope you guys like my character, and I hope I get to make my own show, and I hope I hope you guys like this podcast. I guess it's just kind of like hoping you guys like what I'm doing. But I hope we're building a community, a little community, all of us. You guys are so sweet. I see all of your DMs and all of your comments, and it's been amazing making this podcast this last year. So let's keep going. Let's keep fucking building. Send it to your friends. We got to elevate this shit. Anyways, I love you guys. That was kind of a weird all over the place episode, but I hope you guys were okay with it? ? Do you guys still like me? If the answer is no, keep it to yourself. If the answer is yes, write it in the comments. I love you guys. I'm going to bed. Did I mention it was 3:30 a.m.? I'm drinking Coke. Oh my God, maybe that's why I can't sleep. No. This happened way before the Coke addiction. Coke addiction. Shouldn't say that. Shouldn't put that out there. Someone's going to clip that. Aren't you little fuckers? I don't have any type of Coke addiction. Coca-Cola or cocaine. I've never done cocaine, actually. Well, the one time I didn't do it. But have I told this story? I was at a Hollywood party, and this girl handed me the cocaine, and then I didn't want to say no because I'm a people pleaser. So I blew on the key, and I was wearing an all black suit, and the cocaine got all over my black suit. And then they're like, oh, and you spilled it. I'm like, no, oh, shit. What? Have fun, ladies. I tell you guys everything. You guys, I'm sorry. You guys are my friends. Okay. I love you. Good night.
You're gonna figure it out in your dreams. Good night, Owen Theo.